Hello, my name is Doug Midland, and I'm DFC's Regional Managing Director for Indonesia based in Jakarta. The U.S. International Development Finance Corporation, or DFC for short, is America's development bank. DFC is one component of the U.S. government's overall development assistance program. What differentiates us from some of our sister agencies is DFC focuses on supporting development through investment rather than aid. And our model is based on mobilizing private capital. By partnering with private businesses and investors, we're able to catalyze investment in companies and projects that expand access to essential vaccines, sustainable energy, and other critical infrastructure and services. We focus our business development across 5 key themes: infrastructure, healthcare, food security and agribusiness, technology, and financial inclusion. And we prioritize projects that align with our 2X initiative on gender equality and climate change. DFC is one of the implementing agencies for the Biden administration's Build Back Better World, or B3W for short, which is a strategic global infrastructure initiative. As part of that initiative, the DFC is focused on addressing the existential threat of climate change. To do so, the agency has taken bold steps, and that starts by putting climate-focused investments at the core of our work. We aim to channel 33% of new commitments towards climate by 2023. Our goal is for our global portfolio to be net zero in terms of emissions by 2040. And we've brought on board our first ever climate change officer and deputy chief officer who have compiled and are implementing DFC's climate action plan. DFC's financing tools can help fund energy, infrastructure, and climate-focused investments critical to meet Indonesia's energy transition and infrastructure demands. DFC's financing tools include debt financing, either through direct loans or financial guarantees, with long tenors to support sustainable investment, political risk insurance coverage to protect investments and long-term assets against losses due to currency inconvertibility, political violence, and government interference, direct equity and support for investment funds. That can be in the form of a minority equity investment into growth stage companies, as well as an investment of debt or equity into emerging market private equity funds. We also offer technical assistance grant funding. This is not a product offered on a standalone basis, but rather is available to accelerate project development and execution for investments already seeking DFC financing support. On top of applying commercial and financial rigor and due diligence, the agency is committed to supporting projects that deliver impactful benefits to people across developing countries. To better understand and evaluate the developmental potential of a project, the agency designed the Impact Quotient, or IQ, a modernized tool that measures impact through the life of the project. DFC uses IQ to inform decisions to support projects, track development impact of projects over time, report development outcomes to key stakeholders, and use findings to inform future projects and maximize impact. DFC looks to support projects that deliver impact across 3 key themes: growth, support for a project that contributes to economic growth through infrastructure improvements, contribution to local income, trade benefits to the local economy, and job creation. Inclusion, a project that advances inclusion by providing products or services, diversified workforces, and inclusive supply chains that benefit underrepresented groups, including low income. Innovation, a project that supports innovation through the advancement of new products or services, the use of innovative financial structures to mobilize private capital, knowledge or technology transfer, and environmental sustainability. With regards to project eligibility, the DFC applies 5 key threshold questions to help determine whether a project or investment is ripe for DFC support. 1. Is the proposed project or investment commercially viable? 2. Is the party looking for a financing product that DFC offers? 3. Will the investment have a positive developmental impact on the country and local economy? demonstration on willingness to adhere to high standards that respect the environment, local communities, transparency, and good governance. 4, do the project developers or project sponsor have a successful and positive track record and experience in the sector, business, or industry? 5, has the targeted investment been unable to attract support from the private sector, or is what is available in the local commercial market not suitable to address your needs? While we encourage U.S. businesses to participate in the projects that DFC supports, we also actively seek to partner with local private sector businesses that may directly benefit from long-term DFC financing to address energy and infrastructure needs in the region and the country. A U.S. connection is not a requirement for DFC support. A question that often comes up is, what does the process look like? What do you need from me? And what is the ultimate objective of the project? My job is to help investors navigate that process when pursuing investments in Indonesia. Assuming an investment or project answers yes to the 5 threshold eligibility screening questions I just ran through, then I would recommend the company reach out and schedule a consultation directly with me. Depending on the structure, status, business plan, and strengths of the project, we can determine whether it makes sense to proceed with pre-screening and submitting an application online, the first step in the process. The project is then screened across DFC's relevant departments, including finance, our environment and social policy team, legal, and credit. A positive outcome of that initial screening gives DFC investment officers green light to move forward with formal due diligence and to seek management approvals for the investment. Once loan documentation has been finalized, the parties work towards the project's financial close or funding date. After the project reaches financial close, the investment will be monitored by DFC's Asset Management Division in conjunction with our Environment and Social Safeguard Development team. The DFC is committed to supporting investment in Indonesia that helps advance critical development objectives, supports economic growth, and sets the country on a more sustainable and resilient path. I hope the brief overview of DFC I just provided is helpful to you and gives you a sense of what we can do to support your project. Please keep DFC in mind as you consider new impactful projects in Indonesia, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.